with that being said, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the world famous Do Work podcast. I am your host, Scientifixxx, and we are back outside. We're at our sponsored house, Full Circle Brewery in the building. You know what it is, sipping on a little peachy vibes right here. You know what I mean? Protect your vibes at all costs. And giving them shots out. Every week we have a special guest in the building. Every week we got something different. And it goes from business to artistry. Sometimes it's just somebody that's doing something in the city you need to know about and talk about with. And we got somebody who does multiple things, not just music. So it's good to be able to touch with people that have, you know, many hats, as he was saying before the show started. That gives you an idea of how connected people are to different communities and how far their reach is. I don't know how long he's been doing music, but I gave everybody a big, huge intro. So this man been doing music since intro the year. And then he also been doing, what year? 2016. And then he be teaching out here. He go like overseas, teach kids with no eyes and no ears, but he teaches them in Braille. No, I'm just playing. He be teaching children. And then he makes music, makes videography. He makes muffins like crazy. They didn't want to call him the Muffin Man because it's copyright infringements, but he's known around these streets. Everybody put your hands together, make a lot of noise for my man Wormavin in the building. Come on, Chad, clap. Just kidding. So what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, no problem.
It's nothing but love. It's an honor to be on the show.
Thank you.
You know, finally get a chance to speak, you know, be out here. It's nice outside. You picked a great venue. So
yeah, totally.
Full Circle is love, you know. You got the drinks, you got the outside, I got the events,
cheers,
you know. Cheers. You gotta have it. I went with Captain Save a Hop Hazy. I guess it's a new one. Might have had it yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, no, the hazy.
I said too much already.
Yeah, so you got that pre-exclusive. So let everybody know who it is, what it is you do, and who you are real quick. Give yourself a good little round.
My name is Wormavin. That's Wormavin. I know, it's weird. What I do is I make music. You can find me on any streaming platforms. Free, you want to throw some money my way, you can do that too. We got merch. We got all kinds of stuff coming out. 23 Miles just came out with a group of friends of mine. The crew, you know, good MC friends of mine, like High Up Seer and Doughface, JRD, Kaza, 4K Dro, Roach Clip, you know, they've been out there just holding me down, you know, kind of teaching me how they make music. And I was like, I'm not mad at that. So, you know.
Hey, and to run across a crew of people that really are like, let's build together is amazing too, because I got to see you guys perform just recently at the Seer event that he did. Or was it Rhymes?
Yeah, Rhyme for Reason. Yeah, Rest Drummers. They wanted to rebuild it. And so they was like, hey, man, would you guys come out? Yeah.
No, that shit was crazy because from that, I got Roach Clip coming up, so you guys check out that coming up soon. We got Seer's episode coming up, which I was already in talks. So I've been, you know, me and Seer got a project coming out too on the low, so I'll check it out.
Do that.
It'll be out soon. And then like everybody else, cause I hadn't heard yet. I love the vibe. Kid did not match.
Yeah,
the voice and the energy don't match what he looks like, but he's got vibe,
I've heard
bro.
That so many times.
He's got a vibe, bro.
First time I seen him, I was like, what? Like, come on, just give me more.
Not to think I was gonna think he was gonna do gangster rap, but I thought it was gonna be more street. And he got like a vibe, bro. I was like, okay, but then I found out GRD's his brother, so it was like, oh, well, that makes fun.
I seen him and I was like, all right. I just like looked at him. I'm like, y'all related. So. But yeah, man, they kind of pulled me into that idea of the whole crew idea, and we started building. We got this track called Bad Vice. I went over, we started writing. He was like, I'm cooking up, you know? And I'm sitting there like with papers, like everybody's looking at me crazy. I'm like writing shit down like on paper. I'm like, they're like, what? Like, you using paper right now? And I had like multiple papers.
Damn.
And they're like, they're, you know, it was hate. It was hate at first. And I'm like, all right, next time I didn't bring the papers. I was like, I had my phone. Typed all my shit in there.
Let's reverse it.
And I was like ready, because the whole thing was like the shuffling of the papers between the verses, and I'm like, I don't need that.
No, but it's reversed. Back in the day,
I can't even read what I wrote either.
Back in the day, it'd be the other way. It'd be like, yo, you reading off your phone? Oh, come on, like, bro. Wrong? You didn't write your shit down, or you don't know your shit. Like, you know what I mean?
That's funny. That's funny how now it's like the opposite.
That's what I'm saying. It's reversed.
You old school's like, you on pen pad right now? I was like, that's kind of crazy.
Wow, you know how to write. That's crazy.
Yeah, like, you read that though, because like you be saying some other words. bars.
Yeah, that
You
wasn't
didn't
even
write
written down.
That's
Yeah.
how the fuck you wrote down.
That's why I write like that, so you can't read my shit.
That's right.
Trying to steal verses.
Steal my shit. Fuck.
Stealing bars.
That's not how it works. But yeah, they're like, do that. So I learned. I'm like, all right, I got better at it. And there was this night we were like, it was over. You know, we were not gonna have the studio no more. Mm-hmm. You know, JRD was doing some moves, and he's like, Sierra was like, man, we need to push something out now. We gotta push. And Doey was like, let's do an album now. So we did.
Damn.
We recorded this shit that night. All songs from 23 Miles were recorded that night in their entirety. What you hear is what we did. Yeah, they got doctored up, and then we, did the mix and match.
Yeah.
But, we try to keep it to its essence. That's the point.
Yeah.
23 miles is the distance between Fresno and Riverdale. That's how we all had to do to get there.
Yeah.
Half the time, most of us ain't fucking been needing to drive and shit, to be honest with you. We were all risking it to be out there.
Yeah, right.
So like it mattered even more to have something that was like fully immersed. And then from there, now we're building, now we're pushing. Everyone's got music. We're gonna push music together. Like we said, Sear, Doey, myself, we'll definitely have that project. I got a project coming up with JRD.
Yeah.
That's a little surprise coming up.
Salute to my guy, dude. He's been doing work. He's been outside doing work. Shout out to you,
right here.
Guy. Yeah,
JRD right here.
Because he's on, everybody that went on that night was like, yo, this is a JRD project, this is a JRD song, it's a JRD track, this new song that just came out, shout out to JRD for this. So, shout out to you, my guy. I see you doing work. He's going to be on the episode too, him and Kaza soon, so they're going to be on one. But yeah, I mean, that's dope to get that in one night, you know what I mean? Like, it was like 5 Temptations, one mic. Let's get it. And to jump off that quick to make a whole project.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I got real lucky with everyone just pushing in and giving their aspect. What I love about our music is nobody trying to sound like nobody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the same vibe that everyone else has, and that's fine. That's the point. Everyone has what they bring to the table. And we're not all there to see each other. We're there to support each other. Like, I want to see you get it. Like, it's not mine. Like, why would that make me happy and shit? Like, there's this weird notion of like everyone's got to be against each other when we make music. Like, I don't understand. I won't ever be part of that idea. But like, I always push for anyone who's pushing a message that has something with positivity, truth, honesty, disparity, whatever you have, as long as you're sharing your shit honest. Like, how do you say no to that? How is that not art? Right? And we get back to the basics of pushing what you're trying to say, inspiring others to maybe say something. Yeah. Right? That's my lane. That's what I want to do. Right?
Seeing the availability without competition.
Yeah, there is no competition.
Exactly.
Once you compete with yourself, you're like, damn, I ain't never gonna win. This nigga's good. Every time I'm like, it's me against me. There's always something else I can do, and I like that because it keeps me hungry. It keeps me wanting it. It keeps me trying harder. But working and collaborating with others teaches you so much that like I was not open to at first. I go home with the beats and sit with them and be like, this has to go first and last and like write this, and then like, who cares? How long am I gonna sit on that?
Plus, steel sharpens steel. So the better you are around other minds that are creating, the more ideas, the more.
Not all opportunities are gonna come when you can sit down and write. You might have 15 minutes. You might have a producer that's like, you hot right now, let's get it. There's the booth.
Exactly.
What you got? You might not. You might not. I don't know. But I don't know. I think having both skills is definitely something that came from CREW, That's something else that I definitely got to give credit, push out. But yeah, man, new album, new singles. You don't even know.
Send me the album cover. New album cover right here. Check it out. It'll be streaming right here. You know what I mean? You can't click on it or anything, but it's right here.
Right here.
Yeah, and then so like getting into it too, you said you started in what, 16?
Well, 2016 when I started to take it seriously. That's what I would say, because that's when I went to, I got invited to go out to New York for a team backpack event. Where it's like you do your audition online, and it's like if you're good or whatever, they're like, you can come out, and they give you this whole like document. It was 1,200 motherfuckers out here, like they get 10, medals out. But unless you realize the game, like I went out there, I met people, I rapped, I saw like 10 people that'll eat everybody. Fucking eat you. Like, I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter to me. In 2016, like, and then I was a freestyle artist, as I always have been. I love to free. I love to, just go off top. Whenever there's a beat handy. I don't mind performing because that's the music we push, right? That's everyone, you can remember something. Have that anthem to push your brand. But when it comes to freestyling, for me, where I came from, that was MCing. That we pass around the bottle and, you know, a 2-liter, and you was rapping in a circle until you go to your go-tos and you're like, get the fuck out. Like, that was what we did until it was like me and Center, which is my boy Breezy.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
We would, that'd be it. Like, you know, I came from another crew named Last Artist. We were young, back in Lemoore. My brother, he used to go by Vilprez. I don't know if he's still doing that. My homie Center the Artist, Last Days, you know, my boy Thrills, rest in peace.
Okay, rest in peace.
You know, like, we came from a bunch of stuff, and I came from them, and my name comes from the homies. Like, I was dubbed Worm, right? The whole Wormavin thing was because my boy, we're at a party, right? He's all, Worm. Hey, yo, Worm. And I'm ignoring this motherfucker because I'm doing my thing over here, talking to somebody, probably something stupid, you know?
Yeah. Just chopping up game, all right?
Whatever, you know, trying to figure something out. And he's all, hey, Wormavin. Wormavin. I'm like, what did you say?
What did you call
He's like, that's
me?
your proper name, and here's the fucking joint.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
here's your proper, it's your full government. Wormavin.
Right. So that's how it came to be with the homies back, you know, full circle. No pun intended there. Wow.
Good timing.
Couldn't have timed it better. You couldn't have timed it better.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You can't write that shit. That's how it works, right?
But that's dope because it is a very distinct name, very distinct sound. You know what I mean? But we all have those friends that give us that, like, kind of, you know, different moniker. Like, oh, yeah, it's what they call it. And at a party, too, is like the pull off because most people are like, yo, it's got like an in-depth. You know what I mean? I was like 14. And we're at a party. My boy just got tired of saying it. Hey, bro, that's your name. Slide over here.
It was like, what do you, because, like, I remember when I was young, I decided it was a good idea to get a perm back in Mexico, right? And I have long hair. You can't see this shit back here because I'm hiding it, but. So I come back looking like Big Worm, and it's like, hey, Big Worm, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know.
I decided to get a perm in Mexico.
That's right.
Is the name of the next album.
That's right.
Perm in Mexico. No, you're good. That's hilarious, man.
But yeah, man, that's kind of how that came about.
Okay.
And then from there, I mean, it was always Worm, but, you know, Wormavin was like, you know, Worm.com was like, you know, $1 billion or whatever, you know, like Wormavin hadn't been known. Now, it's like it's worth some dollars now though. Like, I looked it up. I'm since I adopted it, we hear it more.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Like I said, with the branding, you really take on like whatever it is. Like, there's tons of people who say but I say it in Fresno, and everybody's gotten used to hearing it from me that it becomes part of my branding because I'm like, oh yeah, the Do Work podcast, and everybody's like, oh shit, science,
Right.
You got a word, you got a name, you got a calling. Like people catch on to it really quick. So and it adds to the moniker of everything. So you know what I mean? You're actually creating a brand.
Yeah, man. And I mean, I think that's part of it. You know, having the ability to kind of have that forethought and see forward thinking and like building a brand like that, having something that you could talk to the people and have community share with, right? Like that's what you guys do for us, you know. We're able to have a place to speak on maybe furthermore just a performance. Get to meet you guys a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. We want to know what y'all think. You know, that's always the thing that artists, you know, I feel like I do. I definitely look and listen to what the audience is saying, you know?
Yeah, and then the good part is too, like, we have a lot of people that watch the pod, so shout out to all my fans. And we do get the exposure in such a great market, and that everybody's watching Fresno artists and Fresno companies and Fresno things right now, that it's good to have people come in when that wave is going, when that energy's there, for it to make sense also, so that way when they come into it, they can see the reason why we interview so many people and bring on so many different groups each week is because there's so much in the city that you may not be aware of. And if you come to this location particularly, some of the artists you're going to see on the platform have been performing here or have a night here or do something like that. So when you come across them, you'll probably see them in the locations that we're at most of the time. You know what I mean? And some of the new venues that they're going to be doing, shout out to Love the Captive. They are doing the Monday Night Mixers to here tonight, and they do them every Monday night, but they also do Tuesday Jazz or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. They're starting up way more things down here. I'm so happy to see it go downtown like always, you know?
Totally, yeah.
Everywhere spreads out. Like you said, there's a plethora of artists, and it's hard to see all of them. I mean, if you're not going out every night and searching for them,
Truly,
you know,
yeah.
not everyone can promote or has the time to really push it out there. Maybe it's not on your radar, you know,
Or you just don't follow them.
Or maybe you hang out in a different part of town and you just wouldn't walk into that.
Right
you,
part.
you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
You might like it, you know. Downtown is nice. You can walk around. Towers like that too. You know, I think you got different parts of town, kind of with, you know, different dynamics.
No, you do, because the melting pot was Tower. You saw me spill beer right now. The melting pot was Tower, but now that downtown has opened up and there's more businesses and there is more nightlife here, you get that melting pot to go all the way from here, because we're on the corner of what, with Sean and
Inyo
and something.
Inyo and like I think it's Fulton.
Yeah, and so we're at the end. So you go all the way back down, fool, and you're going to pass all the way through downtown. Then you're going to get into Tower. Right. And that whole entertainment area and value is a lot. But yeah, you're right. There are people on the north side. You know what I mean? There are people on the north, like up there by River Park area, and there's clubs and spots out there that people are performing at. So you get the opportunity to see all of the city. But I thank you guys for watching that, because, you know what I mean, you're helping not only expand for what the artists have and the business owners have, but it also gives you an opportunity to see when you come to the city that there is more than you think going on.
Right.
Just because you landed in a certain part of the town and it may look like everything is closed down, just because there's different sides that pop at different times.
That's what we were talking about just earlier today. You know, I was talking about how, you know, this city has so much in terms of diversity. You know, musically, artistically, there's a lot. There's a lot of people who can push all kinds of different ideas, and they do. And depending where you are on what night, you might catch a few of them. You know, you got a lot of different spots.
Yeah.
And I love that diversity about our people here, because it's not something where like it's excluding anyone.
Yeah.
Just everyone has an area to express themselves. Like, man, maybe you like Spokes, you know, you go down to Spokes and get a beer. It's a little quiet. You know, shout out Resistance Tattoo, my boy, he did me up. Guillotine too over at Olive Branch, you know.
Guillotine got me with
local
the neck piece.
businesses, supporting local businesses, actually pushing things. Like, I started at Full Circle. I came here to the mix. Before they were mixers, they were open mics.
Yeah.
Thornberries used to throw them.
Oh, yeah.
Connecting with the village, meeting people, and like being inspired by others really pushed that shit out. Like, it got me back to where I needed to be. I was going through a tough spot where I'm like, I didn't know if I was going to perform no more. 2022 was the year. I didn't know if that was it. 2023 came back. I've released, I think I released like 2 songs in 2023, like nothing, you know. I've already released the whole project and like 4 singles this year, and it's not gonna stop.
Talk about it.
Like, stuff
Talk
is
about
coming
it.
up. Like,
yeah.
That consistency, like I get it now. You know, I get it now, and it's way more present, way more prominent, and like there ain't no slowdown.
No, because that build comes off when you get that energy from everybody else too. You're feeding now. When it was by yourself, you can push out so much, and you got all these ideas and shit, and then you start to be like, nah. But if you're bouncing them off people. And I'm sure that's like with them too. Right. With them too, they're like, "Yo, I got this hook. It kind of go like this. I don't know." And you hear, and you're like, "Oh, that's something."
You just hear something, you're like, "Damn!" I'm like, I wasn't even on that realm.
Yeah.
Like we got a track where like someone did a rhythm, and we're like, let's all do the same rhythm, but like throw your words at it.
Yeah.
And so we did like 4s and like 8s, and like there's gonna be other stuff that JRD's gonna push out. I hope, we'll see. But like there's stuff that like we just have fun, like really just having a good time with the music, like not censoring, not being there. That's so Fresno right there. You hear the train?
Yeah.
You hear it? You hear it?
Train in the background.
That's the most Fresno shit you could do, because it doesn't phase us.
Yeah. Most of the time we don't even hear it.
Or the planes and shit.
Yeah, the
if you're on that side over there.
Yeah, we're close to the east, so you know what I mean? We might hear them in a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, it's just opening the eyes of people. I'm sure every city has a podcast. I watch tons of podcasts myself from different artists and different people from different locations. But most of them are inside. Yeah. Most of them are in a studio. They'll bring people in from the city into the studio. But this is like a little different because I like to be in the location, on location with the people, so that the artists and the fans get a chance to see them in full. Like the artist gets to be shown in their full spacing. Yeah. If you had a studio, then yeah, we pull up on it. And we'll definitely do that as the background. But for the most part, it's like where you finally see us is where I like to place everybody. So when you guys come to Full Circle, you know where it is. You guys check out everybody that'll be popping every single night, because there's always something different. When you seen us at Spokes last season, you know what that was. We got the list of everything that pops off weekly at Spokes. You know what I mean? You see us outside at different companies, and we want to make sure that everybody gets their love and the promotions that, you know, because of that, to show Fresno's greatness, to show all of the things that are possible in Fresno. Right. And the building of. Because, you know, dropping this right now, when you guys check out the CREW album, like he said, it just dropped.
It just dropped.
So the link will be in the description of the video. You guys will be like, oh shit, I got the new joint.
It was like maybe a week ago. I don't even know. With Date, we've been grinding so hard. Like, it's been like back to back. There might be a video coming out soon from that 23 Miles album.
Okay.
Like, I can guarantee that because I've been fighting a computer for it for the past couple. I'm not going to talk about it. You know what?
I had the same thing.
You know what? I want to say something to you, Premiere, right now. Adobe, get it together, bro. There is some free shit called Resolve. There's some other shit called Final Cut, bro.
I got both.
If I have to deal with one more, like you shutting down on me, Premiere, I'm not gonna take it. I'm a video person at heart. I graduated as a video person from Fresno State. I'm a video professional.
Okay, shoot.
I work for, you know, when Fresno State has games that come to town, CBS or Fox Sports, like I'm on the crew. I do video tech. I connect the cameras. I run the cables. I understand that. Before I went to teaching, I was in industry. I ran a giant. I ran a van that went out and did shows like the Fresno State Board show that where the mayor spoke, you know.
So
in terms of production, like going to the studio, doing that, like that's my life. That's what it was before I went to teaching. The music has always been there. Like it's always been a thing that like 2022 was the year I tried to quiet my music, and it was the worst year of my life. I realized how important that was to me. It wasn't something that I could no longer just put off or say I'm not gonna do this or this isn't important. I'm like, I'm not giving any more time to waiting and wondering about what I want on that. My music
what's the outcome
is
gonna
that
be?
Fucking important to me.
Yeah.
And it's because I can't shut the fuck up about it, and that's how I know it's like, unless you're crazy and people look at you crazy, it's like you're not doing it. I'm like, well, I fucking feel crazy and I'm doing it, so like maybe I'm doing it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm gonna do it anyway. I could be broke on the street, be playing that shit. I'd be rapping the fuck out of stuff. No lie. Like I'm like, I really want to push that idea and like, I don't know. I feel like if we're just true to our art, whoever the artist is, that can't be denied. And that's what I strive, I think, for everyone to try to find in their music, whether they're emulating or they're imitating or they're pushing an idea, no matter at what level or which place you are. Like, it's amazing to see growth around, like, while you're growing too, because like, you don't realize it. Like, it's been a minute. Like, I'm doing this for like, I don't know how long now. It's like, we got albums coming out, stuff is lined up. We got, you know, other stuff I can't even talk about coming up. Like, it's cool. Like, it's a little different.
You know, when you start doing things and you got things to do, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. No, and I like that too, because it's the same thing with the podcast. Like, what I was doing was music and I was producing engineering. Took a break because my daughter was born and then came back to it. And I was like, okay, where's my place now though? Because, like, you know, it's like the EAC and Finding Nemo. Like, you hop out and then you hop back in. You're still going the same speed, but you just got to find your spot again. And so we started doing this, and it kind of developed and opened up all of that music fire again. I'm around more artists. I'm hearing new albums drop. I'm on, like, you know, the radar again of everything that's popping in the city. And it's like, okay, I want to start creating too now, you know what I mean? So it does start that fire when you're around more people that are creating, especially at the consistency that these guys are dropping stuff, because now you match that energy. And you're dropping at the same speed, going, damn, I only dropped 3 singles last year. This year I got like fucking, you know what I mean?
No, you said it, man. And it has to have that feeling to it. Like, you gotta have that drive yourself. Like, no one's gonna do that shit for you. Like, you could have the best management, people behind you, capital, anyone pushing, fans. If you don't have it in you to actually push what your art is, you're not willing to be vulnerable, you're not willing to give everything to be out there, then that artistry to me is not, I don't know. I can't judge it. I just know that I try to exude that. I try to give everything I have every time I can, whether that be an open mic where I'm hanging out with the homies, or I have a show where I'm opening for something, you know. And I'm young in the game. I play instruments. I grew up around music. I was the drum major of my band. Like, I understand music on a high level. I can read scores. I played for Fresno State. My first instrument was saxophone. I played drums. I played bass. I've played guitar. I have tons of stuff. Like, I've been in bands.
So you kept this quiet. You just got this tucked in, like, oh, I don't want to tell everybody, but I'm kind of a big deal. You know what I mean?
Nah.
No, but I mean, being able to like walk into a studio and be like, hey, we're producing something. Like, check it out. I can play that. Or the bass player didn't show up. I got that. Oh, the video thing. I can got. You know what I mean? Being able to understand it enough to be able to make shit function is that point.
The world we live in, you have to be multifaceted. And if you don't think that, then live in our world, or you ain't making it, and that sucks.
Yeah.
And you should probably get more skills, diversify, make sure you can do more stuff, because you don't know. 2020 shit hits. You're like, what? You was outside, now you're inside.
Now you inside.
I went from doing stuff outside for everyone to making training videos.
Yeah.
That. Why? Because the man was like, wear a mask.
Yeah.
I get it. We all went through it, but it also made everyone realize, can you do it?
Yeah.
Can you actually do that shit? Like, what did you do? You know
like,
what I did during 2020? I hate to jump in there. I made my first album. It's called Everything Changes at the fucking worst time that you can make an album.
Because everything changed.
Exactly what happened. And it's like, I go back and I hear songs and it's like I'm talking to myself later. Like there's a song called Lifeline that's like, I didn't know I was talking to myself. Like I hear some shit and I'm just like, fuck you, Worm. I get it.
Why you gonna
do me like that?
Past me, gonna tell future me shit.
Future me, like I didn't know, but you knew, and like now I gotta know. Like I can't have it, you know?
No, and that does though. It opens up a lot of different things because like that space, and we'll get into it when we come back because we're gonna take a break in a second. But the whole aspect of having to sit down, we've talked about this on every episode. A lot of people were saying, I wish I could do this. I don't want to work. I wish I could do this. And then you had to sit down. Everybody was grounded. Then it was decide. Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna start a new company? Or you said you wanted to do this. You said you got the time to do it now. You got YouTube in front of you. You can learn the thing in your garage, your backyard. Like learn it so when the doors open again, you can And that was good that some people trained and some people learned, some people started businesses, but then making music and that shit, like you said, going back to it and looking back, you're like, damn. And when we touch on it right now, we're gonna talk about 2020. It brings back a lot of shit for people because you're like, damn, I ain't thought about that in a minute.
Right, like it wasn't that long ago we were struggling for toilet paper and water.
Exactly.
And fucking each other up about who was president on some bullshit when we knew everything was wrong. We're not gonna get into politics though. That's not what this is.
But I digress. I
digress. Either way, drink beer.
Enjoy your vibes. Protect your vibes.
It's full circle.
Yeah,
it's an honor to be here, man. Like actually chatting, talking about the music, talking about that art. Like it's been a long time coming. So I gotta give props.
Oh man, appreciate you.
And I've seen plenty of episodes. I've kind of seen a lot of artists, and to be called upon it is nice.
Oh yeah.
I love talking to y'all because it makes me feel like maybe I'm doing something right there. Maybe it's that push again, And I'll be the first one to tell you when I'm fucking some shit up. I'll be the first one to be like, damn, you have fault. You're probably too honest. It's probably the worst part of me, but it's the best part of me. So,
well, the podcast is called the world famous Do Work podcast. So everybody that's on here is doing work. And they're recognized by us and say, yo, we need to get you on so you can be heard. And again, you just told that just small portion of what was going on, and that just got you to right here. So, you know what I mean? Got to give props to that. You know what I mean? Shout out to that. Bam, bam, bam. But we'll be right back. We're going to go take a restroom break, maybe grab another beer. You guys do the same. It's the world famous. You know what it is. Your man Scientifixxx. Yeah. We're Maven in the building. We're enjoying ourselves. You guys be right back after this.
At Full Circle Brewing, we know that life isn't always easy, so we made it our mission to brew up craft beer with high-quality ingredients, from hops to fruit, to chase away the bad vibes and ensure a good vibe-only experience. Life is all about the journey, so we aim to bring quality craft beer to any ride, any vibe, and any tribe because good brew unites people. We believe beer pairs well with a concert, a gathering of friends, a day at the beach, while working on your dreams, or just catching a vibe on the couch. And you all seem to agree. Since 2016, we have grown an astonishing 5,000%, growing in demand from an 86-barrel brew house to 5,000 barrels in under a decade, making us the largest black-owned brewery in the nation. You can find us in almost every major chain and even major entertainment venues, bringing beertainment to all, from traditional styles to unconventional flavors for the rebels with adventurous palates. We believe in bringing award-winning quality craft beer to anyone and every taste, whatever your vibe may be. Cheers.
Didn't even notice. Oh, shit. With that being said, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the world famous Do Work Podcast. I'm your host, Scientifixxx, back with my man, Wormavin.
Right. Wormavin.
Wormavin.
Right.
Wormavin.
Wormavin.
Yeah,
Wormavin. And we back talking that talk. Yeah, so we were cutting off the last segment with that 2020 talk because we want to take a break because it's going to be like a larger segment of, you know, some information. Because, yeah, with music, with school, with everything that you were doing, I'm sure the shutdown really hit like, yo, what the fuck? And then the next day, like you said, you already had shit in plans. And the album drops, and then it kind of just hits different.
Yeah, man, it was this process that really kind of changed the way I thought about music, because I never really approached it from that like a rapper point of view. You know, the first time I had to go record, I had to lie to someone at that point to my now ex-wife, like about where I was going to record. I had to lie to work about going to record. I had to lie to everyone about getting 8 hours to just go and drop some music.
Yeah.
Shout out to Seiji. He recorded my entire first album.
Yeah.
At his old studio. I don't know if it exists anymore.
Shout out to Seiji.
That fool was the wizard. He built this shit by hand. Like, there were nails. We recorded. I remember at one point he had a mixer and it like died. And he's like, I need a new mixer. I'm like, cool. Like, what are you gonna get? And he's like, I think I'm gonna get this mixer from the U.S. government. It's 1 cent. I'm like, what? I swear to God, that's what he said to me. And I'm like, all right, just hit me up. Like, let me know what you end up doing. Because I'm like, I didn't want to get in the way. Like, he had the sound. I'm like,
you asking me for the penny? Is that what's going on? Or what?
Yeah, like, you want me to go?
You going to send you the penny?
Yeah.
Cash app you the penny? I don't know what's going on.
You need that copper, that bad.
The straight, no, I need a hard piece. I need a hard piece, bro.
Right.
Bring the...
So he goes out, right? He goes to, I think it was like Riverside or something. He went deep and he finds a spot. He gets the mixer, right? And he's like, well, the mixer was fine, but the power supply was out. And it was a German part that I can only get like across the seas. And that cost me like, you know, a couple $100. But I put it back together. So he puts this fucking whole thing back together, right?
Yeah.
And that's what that album is recorded on.
Oh, shit.
Everything Changes is recording on this
penny mixer.
And it died. It died while during the process.
Oh, during.
It was going on. This shit just starts smoking. I'm in the booth, right?
Yeah.
I'm just recording, and I don't think anyone actually knows this. We're recording, and I don't remember what song it's on, but I'm like, I got through it, and he's like, yeah, you need to get out of there. And I'm like, if you know Brandon, like, he's like, his face will let you know how he's really feeling. And like, I've never really seen him worry, but he was like, yeah, you gotta get out of there.
Hey, come over here. I
go outside, I'm like, it's smoking. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, yeah, I don't think we can record anymore today.
I mean, I'm not a smart man, but I'm guessing the session's over.
I'm thinking we're done today, you know? But no, it's stuff like that. Like, you know, somebody who just kind of believed in me to do this, and like in 2020, you know, I had to do a bunch to just go and record and try to start doing this. And like, I had someone who was willing to do the entire album with me, work with me in the process. It was 11 tracks almost, I think, featuring Doughface and my boy Center the Artist, and everything was produced there. I had all the beats. He, you know, brought them in, and I went in and laid down all the tracks. He mastered it. He mixed it. You know, so that was that. But it was during a time when no one was releasing music or going out or playing anything, and never had a CD release party for Everything Changes.
Yeah.
It's almost a couple of years old at this point, which is crazy.
It's one of those if you know, you know albums. Well, not because the fan base is growing now, so I'm sure now that you've mentioned
it. I think it points to the catalog. Like, you'll get to it, but it's like, you can hear my growth.
Where is it, though? Like, where's it at? Where's it located?
Oh, you can find it anywhere. You can find it on iTunes, on Spotify, on Tidal,
What's
on
it called?
Amazon Music. Everything Changes is the album. Wormavin, Wormavin. If you type that in, you'll find everything. Wormavin.com. I haven't talked about it, but everything is on my website. That's the link in bio. You know?
What are you selling there?
Right now, I got my CDs, some physicals. I'm almost out of them, so.
I thought you were gonna say like scented candles or like. Oh, my bad. Dropping those. Exclusive.
That's that part. Insert.
Right here, as you check wormavin.com.
Yep. Go there. I'm telling you, there's new music there. That's where I put all my videos. That's where every bit of my content starts.
Okay.
So it all drives through there. You can see me on YouTube. Everything that I'm doing is going to be out there. It's all under the same name, you know, Wormavin, Worm, AVIN. But yeah, man, it's pushing music, trying to be positive. Like I said, my style is, I'm more boom bap. I love rap. I'm a rappity rap guy. You might get to see a little freestyle. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean.
It's just about loving what you do and being honest about your craft and pushing like your real. Just pushing your real. Like I can't say it any better than that.
Yeah.
Like if you're not doing that, then like I don't know.
But when it hit though, like what was it like with the shutdown? Like were you working still online? Were you teaching online? Were you
I was still working.
doing like any sort of production, video production, anything like that? Because I know some of the games were still kind of happening, but it was like weird how they were happening.
Yeah, no, I was still doing video. I was still working for the old company that I was working at as a CMAC.
Yeah.
You know, running productions. All we did were production. You know, that was, and we actually worked through the entire pandemic. We never took a break.
Okay.
We either generated.
Sent you like a motherfucker,
content.
huh?
Yeah, no. We were like, you got that shit. They paid our asses though. So
Good.
like, we was just like, you get paid, but now you make videos at home.
All right. Okay.
I'm like, we got a piece of gear. I need a training video. And I'm like, that happens for every piece of gear they have.
Yeah.
And you know what? I gotta say, CMAC is a huge resource. It's a great video resource. Any of you rappers, anybody who wants to learn video, you can go to CMAC, the Community Media Access Collaborative. I'm a huge supporter. I worked with like 12 years. You don't know what resource you have until you go there.
Real talk.
'Cause if you want to make your own videos, monetize, brand, work, be a manager, be an artist, and actually still have fun, then you have to have some kind of clarity on the skills that you can apply.
Yeah.
And if you don't have those skills, you don't want to get mad. You have to go and learn those skills because you want to pay for it all. That works too. I don't know that you got the capital.
I mean, yeah.
I ain't mad if you do that. I'm not playing that game. I gotta make some videos. I gotta be in some videos.
I want some good gear when I'm making that video.
I love it. It's part of my work ethic is that visual component.
Yeah.
I always want to have something that works with the art more than just listening to the music. It has to elevate the music for me to give it a visual component.
Yeah.
So that's always what I strive for, I think, when it comes to like the video side or that. So, you know, check out CMAC. I definitely would support them.
How much is their membership still? Like
membership's like $50 a year, man.
Yeah,
like,
for a whole year.
Yeah, if you're a student, it's like $25.
And then you get classes on, you get Final Cut Pro, you get learn their actual gear from in-house studio,
Resolve.
you learn the switchboards for if you're gonna do like a conference or like some sort of visual that would be like a podcast or something like, or even a video. I've seen people shoot videos there. So yeah, check them out. They're downtown Fresno. The link will be in the description of the video. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. It's something that can help you, you know, kind of push that brand further. In terms of video and, you know, music, you know, some hand in hand, right? You hear it.
Yeah. But you were in the studio like that whole time during the shutdown and like just creating stuff, or did you just kind of eat off that one album for a minute?
I just kind of ate off that one album and, you know, I wanted to try to push it during that time. I was really hungry and I couldn't play, or so I couldn't go play. It's funny, I was thinking about playing instruments. I thought about it at that time.
Yeah.
I wanted to go perform, and Scientifixxx was the guy who was like, I'll put you as an opener. I got to do a couple shows with him. I went down to LA, did Black Book Rhyme Book out there as a video.
Yeah.
Kind of had fun, full circle. We just did that Black Book Rhyme Book up here in Fresno. You know, I gotta give mad love. Scientifixxx has always supported me, put me out there, giving me time to like be an artist and like not been like, oh, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna be on that show or like for any reason. You know, there's genuine artists out here that are driving.
Yes.
And I think if you know the name Scientifixxx, then you understand how hard that motherfucker pushes and what he's doing.
Yeah, he's his own street team sometimes.
It's 100% respect. How many people you see still going out there and putting flyers by themselves with their own tape? Like, this is that person.
Yeah.
13, how many years? I don't know how many albums, 13, 15?
Something like that. Yeah.
Check the catalog.
Been around for a long time.
That's inspiring artists. That's Fresno right there.
Yeah.
That's the grind. You know, like everyone knows the big Fresno artists like Planet Asia and Fashion, and they're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's why you know them.
Yeah.
And it's nothing but respect for the fucking elders, right? They hold everyone down.
Yeah.
You know? But everyone is just growing and building up like that. It's like, it's nice to be even part of that conversation.
Yeah.
So, you know, the Points, Dopeface, BKR, Ricky Grimes, you know, the Feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout
People I
out to
look
the
up
Feet.
to.
Yeah, shout out to the Feet.
You know?
Shout out to the Points too, because everything they did on the last album they did was amazing too.
Yeah.
A lot of their artwork, their cover art comes from Ricky, right?
Yeah.
And he draws everything, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. A lot of the artists go into their own personal bag to make sure that they got the thing going, and that's good. Like you're saying, go to CMAC because if you're gonna create. Again, you know the podcast. You guys have been watching it for a minute. We shoot this on phones. We got everything just running off some mics.
Yeah.
We shoot it off the iPhone, but it's all about the editing. It's all about what we do in Final Cut. It's also about making it quality so you guys are able to digest what we're creating for you. But the knowledge of what we're doing makes it a lot better because we get better every time we do a new episode. You know what I mean?
What I love about that time, about 2020, is you had to dig in your bag.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had to have something.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was this project, and it was going down at Olive Branch, right? Guillotine and Dopeface and the Fee was there, and Fash might have showed up one time. You know, a bunch of people came out. I remember, and I was like dead sick. I had like tonsils that were like blown up, right? Just went to the hospital, missed hella work, but it was a Sunday, and he's like, come through. We're only recording on Sundays. I'm like, I can't even really talk
about it.
I fucking showed up. I showed up. If you ever hear a weird ass verse with my voice sounding hella strange,
they're like,
on
oh shit, they got the DOC.
on some Dragon Slayer
right.
shit.
They got the
I'm just
DOC.
saying, just in case you know. I swear I couldn't even talk right, but I came in there because I'm like, I don't want to waste this.
Yeah, the opportunity.
I'm like, you don't get that every time, and I don't know how many of those they had, but everyone that was there was like, I walked in and like, boom, you were writing. Like everyone was like, who gets it next? And like you're all waiting. Like I get that shit now.
Yeah,
it's like we do that now. Now everyone's like, how fast can you give that first motherfucker?
Yeah.
Like don't play. Like I didn't know that then. I'm sitting here like, I don't know this, I don't know that. Like maybe I'll write. And the first time I didn't even get them. Motherfuckers just took it, right? And so I'm like, all right, I'm
for all the space.
So this was the second time with my breath's all fucked up. So I go and I'm like, fucking write that shit quick, right? I'm like, I'm getting it now. Fuck this. So I go in, you know, and so if that album comes out, you know, hopefully that's a win, you know. Shout out Guillotine, Numb to Love, Olive Branch, Respect.
Yeah, you see the
know?
neck chat. You see the neck chat.
Oh yeah, you don't even know.
Yeah, it's all Guillotine.
That's Olive Branch right there.
Yeah, see,
that's
look
my
at
boy Guillotine.
Word. Got this right here. You know what I mean?
Tatted all up. That's the Boston. That's some Renaissance.
Thank you.
I love my boy over at
shout out to Guillotine.
Resistance.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, we like to build in community, and during that time, if you weren't, like, you probably were doing it by yourself. You were probably building by yourself. I was learning to be an artist at the same time that my entire life was crumbling. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to mitigate all that life I had built up for 15 years and this other thing. And that other thing was so strong, and it pushed my heart so far that it made me just give it everything.
Yeah.
I didn't want to compromise. I didn't care what anyone thought about what I was doing. I had to try.
Yeah.
And like the album is out. It's dedicated to my daughter. You know, it's for Emmy. Everything is for Emmy.
Shout out to Emmy.
Shout out, you know?
Yeah.
Amelia Lux, I love you.
Straight
up. My baby. But, you know, when it comes down to it, like if you're not pushing like love, positivity, and art, like what are you doing? The kids are gonna take over anyway. That's why I'm teaching students. You know, like I want to teach them to monetize and make something out themselves. Yeah. Shout out. Yeah. Cat Cave Productions every time. You know,
in the building.
Giving us time, love everywhere. You'll see him. You see a man with a mustache freestyle at him because he'll spit bars back at you. I heard it. He gets crazy.
Yeah, he got him in the holster just waiting.
He had like a cowboy hat that night. I remember like it was at Gold or something. He's like, wow. He was up. And like, I heard him from the other table. I was like, I can't have that. I had to go up there and like,
who is
freestyle.
this?
And there was like 6 folks, and like we had a really good time. But like there's another time where like everyone just gave in. Like we're not afraid to just be yourself.
Hey, Fresno's known for the cypher, bro. Fresno, if you can spit, get in the ciphers because they will pop up. And again, you got people that really just know, like, they're Fresno heads. That don't got to be a rapper. Not everybody that's a rapper in Fresno got bars for you, but people in Fresno got bars for you. You got to be watching out.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll never know. Somebody just come out. The bartender will be like, "Oh yeah, no, I used to rap back in high school." Like, fuck right. Shorty goes, like, whoa.
We used to that. We used to people being like, "Oh, you from Fresno?" Like. Maybe
I
we
bet
had
you
some
rap.
shit to say. Like, maybe you're gonna underestimate me. Like, give me that fuel, son. Please.
Yes.
Please please.
Think we don't got bars.
Please,
Think about it.
like, just count me out. That's what I love.
Yeah.
Because when that moment happens, you gave me the inspiration to want 100%. I'm already gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. But now, I gotta feel the way about it. You know, now there's reason.
It's that Jordan mentality that like,
You're
I don't like you
giving
because
me-
of this. Number 31.
See, now
All night,
you made it work. Now
Yeah.
you gave me a choice, and now I can dive in, right? It's like a shark.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be that way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think if you don't have that tenacity, it's difficult. It's not impossible,
No.
but it's difficult.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you better be fucking beautiful. Or you better have that shit down.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
better
yeah.
have a voice.
Yeah.
Or influence, right?
Yeah, because slow movement ain't movement here.
Because if it's not talent and you ain't monetizing, then
And you
no
ain't-
one gives a fuck.
But also the amount of work, like in Fresno, it's turned into the amount of work again. Like I love that because initially in the 90s, the 2000s, like again, guys, yes, I'm a lot older than everybody. It may not look that way, but I've been around since the 90s in the hip hop game in Fresno. So watching it develop through each decade was different because you got different tastes of not only just the influence, but the ciphers. You know what I mean? There were certain times where people were like, oh, we don't freestyle, we just blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's cool. But the ciphers were always present. They started coming back for a while. People were videotaping them, having certain ciphers. And then it started to come back just like if you're in Fresno, you might just catch one at the club now. You might just be at the spot tonight. You might catch everybody tonight later on some behind the scenes footage and shit. Just, you know, a little cipher, you know what I mean?
Enough people show up. There's always the show.
Yeah.
And then there's the show outside where everyone's barring up because you're not gonna get on stage. It's not your night. But you know what?
You in the
I
building?
want to spit a little bit.
Yeah,
right
you're in
now.
the
You know, like
building,
someone's
you're feeling
like, give me a fucking instrumental real quick. Like let's just bar up in a circle real quick. And everyone loves that motion. And when people come around, it's electrifying and it makes everyone want to jump in.
It's like a pickup game.
That's what I love about hip hop.
No, yeah, it's a pickup game of basketball. You see people really balling, you're like, oh shit, I want to play. Like, let me get in. I got next.
Yeah.
And then you stand on the side waiting, and then you like get in. You know what I mean? Unless you're that dude that tries to cross and gets, oh shit, I lost the ball. Because there are other ciphers that come in and be like, yeah, man, so motherfucking, and you're like, okay, go ahead, you got it, go ahead, and then they just never get it. They never get it.
You know, there was a time when I went, that same trip when I went down to New York, and there was a guy who went on stage, and he was bombing so bad. Like, we all felt bad for him, right?
Yeah.
And was the big difference that I noticed between the East and West Coast at this point, right? At the East Coast, as soon as this guy bombed, everyone outside, instead of booing him, instead of telling him, nah, you ain't good enough, that's not gonna happen, they were like, nah. Let's start that over. It's like, this man's came stuffed almost 3,000 miles for 5 fucking
Run that
minutes.
back, yeah.
DJ, give me some lights over here. Fucking get this shit going. Like, the guy came up there with all this shit. I'm like, let's get this back cracking. You know, he put the beat, and he got like halfway through it, and then it was trash. But for 15 seconds, that guy, he had a chance.
Yeah,
he felt
was
it. He was out there.
When I
doing
say
that
mallet,
shit, you know?
you say boo.
Right? Yeah. Way. Like, he was never gonna win.
Yeah.
Right? But he got his moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what I was like, wow.
I also
that's
gave him
way
enough
different.
respect to bring him right back on and said, no, let my man run it back.
Yeah.
Give him another chance. You know, he
It was-
might have just
that's-
got nervous.
That's mad different than like
And then
the first
you found
time.
out he's just trash.
Maybe I fucked the lineup out here on the West Coast. You know, maybe I don't know that we feel the same way. We're a little pickier. We want to hear that shit right.
You know what I mean?
You know?
I think it's like that in every city or a state because it's like, you know, when you come to Fresno or California just in general and you're an artist from like Chicago or Atlanta or whatever, it's not like you stand out more than anything, but you can tell you're not from here. So I'm sure, flip that coin over, us going over there, it sounds exactly the fucking same. They're like, oh, you from California, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I could tell the way you say hella. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, oh, all you guys wear New Balances? I didn't even know that. That was a thing. Like,
We all have chinos somewhere.
Yeah.
They're all hidden away on the side.
everybody got a pair of Chucks.
There's Chucks somewhere.
There's a pair of Chucks somewhere
Chucks
in
or
your
Cortezes
house.
on the
Exactly.
side. I got the
exactly.
Mexico ones.
Word?
Yeah,
The Chucks or the
yeah,
Cortezes?
Cortezes.
The Tezes?
Yeah, the Cortez.
Oh,
Yeah.
Stop, talk about it.
White
Talk
ones with the
about it.
fucking flag.
Yeah.
Pull my card. I don't give a fuck. I have them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they fit no more.
That's east side like a motherfucker.
now.
Dude. That's east side like
I'm
a
doing
motherfucker.
it. I'm doing it.
If you walk through the east side with those on, they would think you're the mayor. They'd be like, oh shit,
Matter of
mira,
time.
the
Matter
mayor's
of time.
here.
Matter of time. Nah, it's, I love it, man. And that's a whole nother thing. Like, you know, representing for your community, like, rap has a voice, and like, as a person of color, you know, even like, I'm Mexican. I was born in Mexico, you know. My name is Cesar Perez Villegas. That's,
fuck, the third
you know
and the
me
fifth
as
power.
Caesar or Worm or Wormavin. That's because that's what I showed you. But I wasn't even born here. I was naturalized. You know, like, and I keep both my last names.
I ain't even
my
supposed
parents.
to be over here.
Nah, I got lucky. I'm lucky. My parents
Nah,
made
that's
the
dope.
incredible sacrifice to let me fucking take that opportunity further. And the American dream is always asleep, right? You gotta be a dream. It's gotta be asleep to believe it, right?
Hit you with some knowledge. That was a little deep right there. I like that one. Yeah.
Right? So, you know, I don't know. Beyond that, I'm doing my best. I think it's all we can do.
You came over in like what, the 70s, 80s?
Something like that. Yeah.
Summer 81. No, yeah. No, but that's good though, because it is like, I mean, and then also too, like with the music and being able to be multifaceted, like that's the idea of coming from like a culture in general. It's like you gotta have multi versions of, because sometimes you don't got the money to pay for that thing. You know what I mean? It breaks, you gotta figure out how to be an electrician, how to be a carpenter, how to be a mechanic, how to be a roofer, how to be, you're laying pavement for no reason, no permits. Permits, what the fuck's a permit?
Yep. You learn real quick to depend on yourself as a rapper.
Yeah.
If you've really been doing this for a while, then you know real quick anything that you're gonna get, like you squeeze that bitch.
Yeah, no, you're the record label.
Drop out of what you're doing.
You're the label.
And you're pushing that envelope because this gotta be that important.
Oh, Papa.
Yes.
Papa. Love your scarf. But yeah, no, you really are, because it's like, you know, even with branding, anything like that, you know, the company starts with a team of people, but it comes from the idea of the person that generates. And, you know, this is like all of us making our own personal brand. You know, like I said, we are the label.
Right.
You know, you're the director, you're the producer, you're the engineer, you're the marketing team, you're the street team, you're the artist itself. You know what I mean? Then on top of that, you're another page that you have that promotes for it. And
who's your person who understands digital branding? Who's the person who pushes out your marketing? Is it scheduled? Are you looking at audiences? Are your platforms different? Are you agnostic to anyone, or are you private? Is it exclusive? Is it accessible everywhere? Is it easily available?
Is it some paid, some free?
What audience are you serving? Because you're not serving everybody.
Yeah.
Right. In that definition, like, are you pushing really what you want to the right audience?
Yeah.
Or are you making money?
Yeah.
Or are you wanting fame? Or are you just pushing art?
Are you aiming for every demographic? Right? Yeah.
And that's all defined whether, you know, you think about it or not. You know, and that's what it comes down to. Like, that's what A&Rs are gonna do for you. That's what a manager's gonna want, like, other than push your brand, book you, make sure you get paid, take care of you, right?
Yeah.
That's their job, right? So if you understand the concept, and like we had to go through something like 2020 where you have to do everything yourself, like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, because we were saying,
to me is like that self-sufficient rapper. Like, there's so many people, like, they're so good at what they do. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, I look up to that.
But like we said last segment, though, when we were saying, like, you know, everybody wanted to do something, it was that time to figure out if do you really got the heart for it, or did the world already diffuse that fire where you're like, I don't got it no more in me. You know, I'm done. I'm gonna sit here and try to make fucking those cups, or I'm gonna get a Cricut and just start making dirt. Or did you follow like an actual, you know what I mean? Like, tell me how many people bought Crickets. Cricut went up in fucking 2020. You know what I mean? And poor fucking Skype disappeared and Zoom took over too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, well, fuck you, Skype.
Yeah, Skype. But I don't know how Skype got out.
It was free on everybody's shit.
Everyone was like, Zoom.
What the fuck is that? Oh, you mean Skype?
Skype, what? Zoom. Like, we was on it. Like, it was easy. Like,
and it just hopped. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. In that time frame, a lot of things picked up too. I mean, I joke about this all the time, but I have an OnlyFans. But it was because I got it in 2019 when it was still like a Patreon.
Ah, got it.
And then 2020 hit, and then like within 3 months, it was different. And I'm like, oh, well, I can't put my videos up now. I mean, I could create a fan base, but they were just going to be like engineering videos of people like, check it out. This is how you would make a vocal arrangement of this.
I'm going to give you guys the gold here, all right? I heard it. I had a friend who was like, if you're male, just go out there, look sexy, and wash the dishes.
Clean house.
Just clean house.
Like,
clean
what's up,
house
girl?
in the Skivs, dog.
Cleaning
Like,
the toilet. Like, what's up?
I'm not saying I'm
Like
gonna
these
do
things
it,
like
but someone
this
told
shit.
me if I saw that, damn.
The Balls Johnson dance in the middle of the living room while you're vacuuming, just with that playing in the background.
Rack City?
No, Pilo. That's Pilo.
Oh, was it?
Put me outside. Put me outside. In the living room like that, just Balls Johnson dance while you're vacuuming.
Hey, you didn't hear it from me. Fuck all that. Denial. All right. I'm just saying, if you see your boy cleaning.
Yeah.
Don't hit me up.
If the link is in the fucking description of the
Send
video.
some money. You know, we out here.
You know what I mean? Hey, it's only $2.99 to fucking subscribe, so you know what I mean? It's
You know,
$2.99.
you're paying more on lunch.
That's cheaper. Yeah, the
Right here?
Link fans is done it. Right there.
All right.
And I really do have fun. It's so weird. I bought it and
It's
then
all processed.
I got it and then I was just like, man, this sucks. I can't put nothing on this.
I should have got Patreon.
I got a Patreon.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna put both. Like one will be like a tutorial one, and then one will be like behind the scenes shit of like making beats in the studio,
Yeah.
that type shit.
That's that.
Fuck the game all up 2020. Yeah, with that being said, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back again. We're gonna get another beer, man. We out of this peachy vibe. Protect your vibes whenever at possible.
Yeah.
We had a full circle. Shout out to the house for house. You know, shout out to Birdstash behind the fucking camera. Shout out to Sear who's over there making a fucking bunch of noise like a fucking animal.
Asshole. We love him, man. He's our
Just
guy.
kidding, that's my guy. Yeah, we'll be right back. You guys take a break, come right back with us. We're gonna have our last segment real quick, and then we might see a little something at the end of this fucking episode for you guys. You know what I mean? I fumbled that. I don't even know why I was. Come back right now. We'll take a break. It's science. It's Wormavin. You know what it is. Yeah. I said it right.
Hey, it's me, Skullface Ernie. And I just wanted to remind you guys to
Protect your vibes!
if anyone tries to with your vibes, tell them
No!
Drink Captain Save a Hop Hazy IPA today.
And with that being said, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the world famous Do Work podcast. I'm your man, Scientifixxx, still at full circle, still protecting my vibe. You know what it is. With my man Wormavin in the building. We're talking that talk, having a good time. Man, you're gonna catch some freestyles. You're gonna catch some shit from behind the scenes. It's gonna be legit. Check the Patreon. Check my OnlyFans. It's about to be lit.
Subscribe. He's gonna be cleaning a little.
Yeah.
He's gonna clean it up a little bit. He said his act is gonna get cleaned up.
Pause. Leak. Right there. So yeah, we got new projects coming out. You know what I mean? We got shows that have been popping already. You guys did Strummers, shut it down. You know what I mean? It was crazy. You got the Black Books and Rhymes.
Black Book and Rhyme Books.
Which you just shut down, killed it. Before that, you guys did another show right before that, right? Or no, Callie's birthday.
Yeah,
You did
Callie's birthday.
Shout out to Callie's birthday.
Yeah. Shout out Callie Warner. Yeah, he's on that 23 miles too. He's on the one of the tracks that is getting a lot of traction called Rap Like That.
Yeah.
No, what came about that show, I was booking with Strummers, and I was gonna put out some album, a little bit of my new album with JRD, but I was like, I'm not really ready for that, and like we're pushing with CREW, so we're like, let's shift, right? So we did a CREW show instead, and Rhymes with Reason was something they used to put on, and they're trying to bring it back.
Okay.
So our show was that initiation back to bringing back Rhymes with Reason. So, look out for Strummers. Rhyme with Reason should be happening next month with another
set of artists.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Try to support local.
Just having
try to
CREW
go
there.
out and those artists that you don't know that you support. There are people in town that eat off this shit.
I really found 4 people that I'd never heard of that are part of CREW that I just was vibe.
I guess that's the way to do it. Just get out there and do it. Like what you like. I can't tell you what's gonna make you happy.
Well, again, because not everybody follows everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you're only social mediaing it up, how the fuck would I find you if I don't know you? Unless it's like, oh, you might know blah 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 because they followed by. But getting out there and doing that legwork and doing, like you said, with Wix and like me and Anthony were talking about off camera, me and Birdstash, about how getting a street team together and going back and putting physicals up. People will actually see it on a poll. People will actually look at it. But there's not very many people that want to do that legwork because they feel their social media presence is big enough.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but what about the side of the town that doesn't see you, doesn't follow you? They're not in the college,
community
vibe.
That they get physical presence of flyers and flyering. Not everyone and is in that age group.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of us did grow up with getting a flyer and being like, taking that shit home and being like, I'm gonna go to that. Like, I like this design.
Yeah, keep it for the archives.
Yeah. Like, in the old days, that's what it was. Like, if your flyer was dope, like, more people were more than likely gonna go out there. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and once you make flyers, then I don't know. I made flyers when I first got into like design, and you know, my first flyers were hella trash, just so trash. Oh my god,
I stole a lot of Star Wars themed
Mine were hella basic.
Mine were movies. They were like I did a Reservoir Dogs one. I did a fucking silhouette of the
so
DJ.
Much shit on the fucking thing, you couldn't read it. The fonts, they were all blending. I'm like, what is wrong with you? 2 fonts, 2 colors, maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
Unless you do the third one, but the third one is like basic font. It's a basic font.
That's the free event one. Then you're like, why is that over there? What is wrong with? I'm supposed to look at it. Got it. Boom, 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 boom. You know,
free.
As a photographer, like that's not hard for me, like to do design anymore.
Yeah, but it's like you're not making a fucking magazine cover, so there doesn't need to be everybody.
Go back in time. Go back in time and think about your first flyer.
I have. I've seen them. I have them.
For you.
Like, bad, bro.
I feel bad, but that's.
But I was proud of my editing. I was proud of my editing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I was proud of my editing. I was like pretty good for somebody who really didn't know what they were doing. I was able to cut people out without knowing how to do a magic wand type shit. You know what I mean?
Like mine.
Yeah, but like it was good. But it was like you said, a lot of different fonts.
You didn't grow up in our world now, where you have a tool that just you hit remove background and it creates some. I
mean, now that I'm in the Photoshop world, it's a lot easier for me. But I didn't grow up with that skill. I can now, if that doesn't function, I have the ability to go in and be like, no, I'm good, and just fucking erase
Get
that
shit. Lasso magnetic
real
and
quick,
like,
and yeah.
I got you.
Windows Paint.
Duplicate.
Paint. Wow.
Command Z is your best friend. You
wow.
know,
yeah. Go back.
Don't
you fucked
lie.
up. Go back. You
Don't
fucked
lie.
up. Yeah.
You're probably zooming in too much. Slow down. Slow down. Close your Bezier.
Let's not going heavy on that alt.
Let's not talk.
Zoom in like,
your stroke is too big, son.
Pause.
Where is that shadow gone? Let's not talk design. No. This is better.
Oh, drop shadow on every font, huh? Every font got drop shadow.
If there's a font, we're gonna use it.
If there's a font, we're gonna use it on this flyer. Go to DeFont, download.
All of DeFont.
Go to download all of it and then just add it all to this flyer.
If you don't know DeFont, you're messing up.
Yeah, if you're a graphic designer, right there, bro.
I'm just telling you because it's free shit.
It is.
And then you download it and you have it on a hard drive if you're smart, because you want to download it a million times in your downloads folder and you don't know how to work media. But that's a different fucking question for the day. I have a whole 3-folder system.
Right.
Assets, projects, exports. You need to understand being organized. Do you have any idea how organized rappers are? I don't, because I feel like I'm drowning and I'm trying.
I'm super organized. I have multiple hard drives that do different functions. One is just for music files and music that I get to collect to listen to. One is just for Photoshop, all the graphic images that I get for Photoshop. Then one is for my video, which has like some stock footage, some shit that I've got from Adobe. We had a conversation about Adobe earlier. But like, stock, I'll get some stuff from there, or that we've shot, you know what I mean, that we've put together and put that there. And then the main one is my 6 tera, which she's just the house. Like put that
everything
there, and these three do their job.
And you got like 3 raids and that backup.
Exactly.
It's called redundancy because your shit's gonna break one day.
Yep. And hard drives don't last.
When I was editing a wedding, I paid $2,000 to edit somebody's wedding, and it wasn't even that good because I lost the best footage with Fash dancing on the fucking ground. Sorry, man. I still love you.
We're still struggling, dude. And don't. We shot the 50th episode here, had everybody and their grandmother on stage, killing it. Bash came in, killed it, everybody off, and then we can't get the footage off because it was on IG Live. And it's one of them it was 40 minutes, but the other 2 that were over an hour, I've been having emails with IG. Contact me, bro.
OBS.
So now I got to screenshot or screen record this whole thing, and it just, it's becoming
What are you going to do about it, IG? OBS.
Yeah, nothing. Because I'm going to get it.
What?
I'm going to get that
I'll
footage.
RTMP you to another screen, bitch. You don't even know.
You don't even IG doesn't even know. You don't even know IG. But yeah.
All I gotta do is take the stream and multiply it to get it onto something else that records, right?
Yeah,
and then I can record your stream that you're gonna steal away in live.
Yeah.
Right? As long as it happens while you stream it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Can you cast stuff on your phone to a screen?
Yeah. Oh.
Isn't that crazy? Could you record?
Man,
I'm just saying.
it'd be amazing if a television and a phone.
Weird how you could get footage and
Like a blue
digital interfacing of wireless devices, Wi-Fi. I think that's what it means, right? Is that where we are?
I mean, that's what we're talking about. I mean, that's what I thought. My cigarette went out because we were talking about it. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, and then the new shit, so, yeah, I mean, digressing back to the new shit, yeah, we wandered off a little bit. But the new shit, you know, we got the new album out, 23 Miles.
Yep.
We got new shows coming up. I'm sure you guys are booked for many a thing.
We're starting to get moving a little bit right now. Like you said, 23 Miles just came out. All streaming platforms. That's High Up Seer, Wormavin, and Doughface. All three of us are collaborating on that project. The singles I just came out with would be Bad Vice and Adios. That's Wormavin, Wormavin, all platforms. You know
what was that song you guys performed at the Rhymes with Reason, where it was the last song and it was like a crew song? Everybody was on it, and you start the verse off by saying some wild shit. Like you just come in like, I punch you in the face.
Oh yeah, that's Bad Vice.
Okay, yeah.
What's funny is like that's actually a Wormavin track.
Is that literally the lyrics?
Yeah. The lyrics are, it's a motion of position, pins and needles to your piston.
Okay,
I'm swinging with precision.
But you come in like, like I'll punch you in the
I'm
face.
out of fucks to give.
Yeah. That was the one, because that beat came in and all of a sudden everybody went, and I was like,
I was tripping
song?
because like
Shazam ain't working right now.
JR was cooking that beat. Like that was that's how the whole thing started.
Yeah.
He was cooking that beat and I was in the room. I'm like, that's hot. That's hot. I'm like, I got something for that. And so I'm writing still, right? Remember, I'm writing. Like,
on paper.
Physically writing on paper, right?
Yeah.
A little notepad of, like, just like, I don't know if you ever heard of Aesop Rock. Like,
yeah.
Little sticky notes that he would write on sticky notes. And then, like I tried it. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I can't. It's disjointed.
It's a weird-ass puzzle.
But, you know, I get it because it's less space to fill.
Totally,
and, like, you could totally get 2 bars in there and then you could have 24 bars, but do they join together? But so I did that with this paper. And I wrote it, and I was like, I got a verse, but I had to leave. And so he's like, fuck it, all right, we'll do it. And like the next day, like Seer and Roach came over, and they heard the shit, and I was on it, and they're like, oh, we're writing to that.
We're writing
and
to
like,
that.
it's funny, because like JR was like, that's Worm's song.
They're like, I don't
and
give a
they're like,
fuck.
we don't give a fuck.
Then
And they wrote to it, and respectfully, fuck y'all.
Something that came out dope.
But made me realize how much that collaboration was worked out. That's my best performing
he said, first
song.
off, Thieves, but...
Best performing song.
Yeah.
And, like, shout out to Roach. Like, I learned all kinds of stuff about his style. I can't do that. This motherfucker is vibey. He's got some potential. You're going to hear about it.
No, yeah, he's going to be on the podcast.
I'm not
soon,
even
so
worried.
Check it, yeah.
Roach is an amazing artist. Just like Seer, just like Doey, just like JR. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm jumping in that. And this 23 Miles is an example of that.
Yeah.
It's a little snippet of that. Everyone's going to be pushing content.
Well, off of that, you'll be able to go back to his catalog. So everything's available on iTunes.
Everything's available on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you stream music. Stuff to look forward to. We're going to have some collaboration right now. Definitely working with The Points, right? You're going to hear a little bit of Ricky Grimes might come back in the game. I'm not saying it's not happening, but I'm just saying it might have already happened.
It might have.
Sorry, Ricky
Allegedly.
G. I'm not really that sorry.
Allegedly.
But, you know, I heard there's a little something in the works, you know, out here. So you got to keep it tuned in. You got to do work, though.
You're going to do a song with me.
Yeah.
We're gonna feature.
It's going to happen.
I got a project coming up. You guys have been hearing about it. I got a lot of people on it, but yeah, I steal verses every time somebody comes on the show. I'm like, oh, by the way, you want to do you on camera and shit, so what's up with that? But yeah, no, we got some stuff that we'll definitely work with together on some more stuff. But I loved having you on the pod. Being able to, open up the doors to the artist itself, but also to the fans to get to know the artist. Catalog is available, so you guys can see all the stuff that he has. YouTube channel will be in the link as well. Everything will be in the description of the video, so you guys get a chance to follow him on all platforms, be able to hear the music, stream the music, watch the videos, give him some views, give him some love. Wormavin in the building, you know what it is. Man, I appreciate you for coming out tonight. It's been such a great fucking combo. You know what I mean? Every single time we have a guest, it's been great, but every time we have a great combo, and thank you for opening up, telling people about, where to go for some things, giving them some insight, but also just kind of, pushing the idea of being an artist and giving everybody that love. I usually give people my flowers, what I call water my peoples during the episode, so I want to thank you for getting back into it, pushing that drive. That passion doesn't exist with a lot of people, and when you're around a group proof of people that have that energy. It's great to see that glow and that reflection of that, because all of the artists around you are doing major things. But to see you be able to match that energy and saying, you know, me too, but then you already knew you had stuff, but then to have that energy come back and push so hard is a great thing. I look forward to everything you got coming up in the city. You guys should be checking everything that he's got going on, plus Seer, plus everybody, Cali, everybody that's on the scene, Roach, Doey, everybody. So check out all the squads, all the people that we've mentioned. I'll have them linked in the bottom of the description. But thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely, man.
Shout out to Full Circle for having us. It's always an honor. You know, protect your vibes. Cheers. You know what it is. Cheers, cheers. And we'll see you guys next week. You know what it is. Oh, what? Wait, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Hotspot.
What?
The hotspot.
Just kidding.
The hotspot.
You guys check out March 16th. We'll be at BBO's again for our hotspot. You know, every month we give back to the community by doing our Fresno hotspot. We give clothes for all ages, housing products, books, toys, everything to the people in the community for free. All of it's donated to us, so we wash everything, get everything ready for you guys. And come out if you got anything to donate and you guys hit us up, either contact us through the IG page, or you can go to BBO's, which is one of our major sponsors. BBO's has been so great to house us for the last couple of months. Next month in April, though, we'll be doing it at Ches Thrift Demon, downtown Fresno, on Fresno Street, the 21st of March, which will be a Sunday. Normally we do them on Saturdays, but in April, we'll be doing it on a Sunday at Thrift Demon. But this month, the 16th, BBO's, as you know, find us in the parking lot. Come out, show love. You got donations, drop them off at BBO's or hit us up. If you guys got anything else, you know, any families in need, any kids in need, anything like that, we got things ready for spring and summertime. So we got swimming stuff, we got things that occupy the kids for the summertime. You know what I mean? Get something. And we got people coming in to help join, add some stuff to that. So spread the word, the Fresno Hotspot. Right there. QR code will be available. Plus the stickers are coming out soon, and the flyers will be everywhere around town, so you guys will be able to see them. QR code on the flyer as well, so that we can go directly to the IG page and get all the information, know where we're located, and know who's connected with us. And if you guys want to get involved, please do. The community needs all the love they can get. We give back as much as we can, and we're on this platform using it for ourselves and the artists to give exposure, so we expose the identity of our community, and that as much as you can give back, we give them back as much. So thank you guys so much. See you guys next week. Is there anything else I need to say before I get off camera? No? All right, cool. Shout out to Birdstash. Shout out to Wormavin. Shout out to Full Circle. Shout out to everybody in the building tonight. Shout out to all the people that show us love. See you guys next week. You know what it is. Yeah. Get a little bit.
Yo. It's Worm, yeah, oh no, save your soul, yeah, they don't know, yeah, never grow, yeah, oh no, save your soul, yeah, they don't know, yeah, will never grow. Namaste, could have stayed by my mentos, out of body, the part that departed left awake by the folly, that's hardly the way that I'm.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. But no need the introduction. I'm out here, it's time the abduction. Alien out here feeling that assumption. You don't wanna go in, driving when you blowing. I here in the winter, motherfuckers that ain't nothing, cause I do it. Live that life gone blind. Not knowing now that time that's mine. I'ma try to get a piece of mind. Get your minds off the pie. That shit gon' live life upon life upon life upon right upon. And it's gon' life is on. Yeah. If life is on, then longevity, a bitch that I'm gonna get her. Talking my shit, motherfucker, get wetter if it gone down splashing. Moment when they're asking, I hear like the coast, yeah. We've been blasting, it's the crew, what you want? I hear when we stomp. It's Hobbs here, yeah, he can fucking talk. Then you got Doey and JRD and Kazai. You don't wanna fuck with me, cause Wormavin gonna give it to you like every time, like, and what's the dark to the light inside addiction, moment my affliction, affection. Nah, I'm not gonna give you shit, blessings what I got. Moment if you saying like you thought, yeah, THOT, motherfucker, what you rock, giving out, moment rock, while when they winning now, they ain't trying to give you now, sending when they out here with the business now. They ain't really got it like that, they be talking that whack shit. I'm about my business, music. What the fuck, you gonna get through it? I see you there then. That's what we on. Hair to pen, the hairpin extraction. Out here, the moment, yeah, you been lacking. Fuck that shit now. They been macking, stacking that bread, right? They acting because it's all off top and talking shit that moment, yeah. That's what we got, yeah. It's Wormavin, WORMAVIN with the pen, not knowing I don't even really gotta blow with shit.